What up, Paintball World? This is Only One Lone Wolf Paintball Podcast. I have my guy here, Tango. Everyone that knows, this is Tango. Me and him did Frontline and Loadout Part 1. About a month back.
A little bit longer.
Might have been 2 months.
We've been busy. We've been balling a lot lately.
Yeah. Great dude, man. Overall, I love this dude, man. He is a stand-up dude, man. I respect everything about him. Tango, man. This is my platform. This is great.
Yeah, buddy.
Before we get started, man, talk about Tango. Where did that name come from? I know you mentioned in the first part one.
Every episode,
but
every time I come on
here. Love the story, bro. I love the story, man.
I'm fucking with you or something. I'm trying to give you names or something. You're just trying to catch me slipping or something. No, my name Tango came from, as you know, in the handles, the alphanumeric code and all that on the radios. It's alpha, beta, comma, Bravo, Charlie, right? Yeah. Growing up, everybody called me T because my name's Tim. So everyone just called me T for short. So then when I started paintballing, I just took the T, switched over to Tango. And then that's just where it came from.
Nice, man. That's great.
I love it,
bro. I love it, bro. I love it. I love it, man. Yeah, definitely cheers to that.
100%.
Oh, man. Man, there's a lot of events coming up. But before we talk about the events, I've been seeing you put in work.
Little bit.
I've been seeing it, bro. I've been seeing it. Trust me, I watched. And yesterday was my first day back, in paintball, MacFed. I've been 2 months, of course, finance problems. But everything is getting better, getting great, actually, I should say. But man, when I tell you, I was in beast mode yesterday.
Yeah,
I was in straight beast mode, bro.
Well, when was the last time you hit the field besides yesterday?
I believe it was May 25th.
All right, so you're jonesing for some action.
Yeah.
So you went out there and you went hard, right? That was your only goal, hard, right? I got to make up for time not on this field. I have to make something happen. Yeah. And I got you. I feel you on that, man. There was a couple of events on one of my events this year. We were at PRZ, and I was playing my pistol game, and I was in the kitchen, and I was getting low on paint. Something just told me, go all out, bro. Go balls out. You need to do this. So I came right up over on top. I jumped up on top of the countertop, out the kitchen window. Pop, 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 pop. There was 5 guys there. I got 4. The 5th guy got me. But a couple of guys were arguing that I didn't get them. You didn't get me. And the one guy they all speak French. They were from Quebec. And then the one guy speaking at him in French, he's like, right there. His own guy's telling him where I got him, right? Yeah. So he's like, shit. And then he was the guy that thought he got me, but I had him first.
Yeah.
His next partner was the one that actually got me. So and it was dope. It was just one of those moments where I had to go hard, man. Why? Yeah. What did you do something crazy?
Man, I always do the craziest shit. Oh man, I don't even know where to start. Because yesterday, the first game we played was just straight elimination. After that, it was all objective.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Was it a big game, or was it like a walk-on chill kind of day?
Honestly, it was more 6v6. So it was a pretty chill day, honestly. We had different guys come up. It was pretty hot, of course, in the 80s. Some people can take the heat like that. They run around with all that gear and guns and stuff like that. So, it's a challenge. But the outcome was great, actually. I think about maybe 18 guys came out. Oh, 18 guys came out.
That's all right. On one side or all together?
I know for my guys, I believe 10 came out.
Solid.
I believe 10 came out, and the rest was just regular. The rest was just MagFed guys from different teams. 3 or 4, 2 guys came out.
So it was a walk-on day, basically, is what you're saying. But you guys stayed in your own little group kind of thing, did your own thing, have a private ref or something like that. Maybe you guys kick some ass like that.
Well, we have once a month MagFed meetup at our home field. So yeah.
Dope.
Every year.
I got to give a shout out to Wasaga Beach here in Canada, because the last Saturday of every month they have a MagFed meetup.
Yeah.
And that shit's pretty dope, man. Like, you get to see everybody that's that exclusively plays, what do you call it? Like MagFed. That's it. That's the only thing they
strictly MagFed.
And you don't see them a lot throughout the summer, because we're playing open class games, or we're over at this game, we're over here. They might be at this game this weekend, we're at another game this weekend, and then to actually meet up and meet the whole MagFed family together, that's some fun times. Because everyone has the same go-to in mind, right?
Yeah.
MagFed game as opposed to open class. Would you agree with? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You muted your mic, bro.
I don't know why did it be happening to me. But yeah, yesterday was real. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone had first strikes for one, which is great, cool with me. It got real. It got mad real, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It got mad real. It woke me up. I've been playing about 2 months, and I just went beast mode. I went straight beast mode. I even got pictures and videos of it. I know we played the objective.
Yeah.
The objective. The first objective we played, it was a box. There was a timer. It was a red and blue. So if the red squad gets to that box, they have to turn it on and hold that position down. If the blue squad gets that position, they gotta hold it down.
Right.
So knowing me.
You muted your mic again, bro. You're getting crazy with the fingers, man. You got your piano fingers going wild.
But no, but yeah, man, we got to that spot so fast, so quick, bro. It was crazy. I mean, it was, when I say it was crazy, like, we got in there and we made sure the job was done. And I got in there and said, yo, I'm touching this box. Like, I'm taking this box. But yeah, we did our thing. I have pictures. Let me see if I can try to post them up real quick.
I seen a couple of them where you guys had the blue smoke grenade out.
Yeah, so this is what happened. The other squad had blue smoke grenade, and they threw it at our spawn. And what happened was, when I finally left my position and try to flank around, they got into the building, which is a church. This is a field called Town, and it's a big church where the box was at. So they threw smoke, and I think about 2 or 3 were in there and held that spot down. So here's going to see it right here.
How much?
All right. But yeah, we got into that spot, and it was amazing. It was great. And I was like, yo, all right, they threw smoke, so we're going to throw it back. So once we threw it back, my guy threw it back, which was my captain, James. When he threw it back, I took out the 2 guys that was trying to hold that spot down. I held in that spot for a little bit. He threw the smoke, and it was a sniper behind. So one of my guys took the sniper out. Boom, we're good. We're great. Now we got position back. We got the button back. Like, everything was just like, it just happened so fast. So I went hunting after that. I went hunting, man. I shot probably about 6 people that time.
You just went savage. There goes your mic again, bro.
He moved out the way once he said, "Oh, I'm not the big guy." Okay.
Yeah, so I went straight savage mode on them, man. It was crazy. It was mad crazy. But I had a lot of fun.
What kind of loadout were you working with?
So
you're running a T15, right?
Yeah, so for that field, I ran my T15. Yeah. My T15.
So how many mags? What's your loadout consist of?
So I ran 4 magazines, 3 to the chest, 1 to clip. I carry a small 10-round magazine just in case. I keep it on my back side. Pistol, of course, 2 mags, pistol.
What are you running for a pistol?
TPM1 Glock.
Oh yeah. See, I've seen a few people run that now.
Yeah. What's
your opinion on it?
It's great. I mean, that's the best choice I ever made. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. It's good. Yeah. I used it yesterday, I believe, twice.
But it's 43 cal, right?
43 cal.
Yeah, 43 cal. Okay, it's just like the PPQ. I found the 43 cal whipped a lot.
I mean, I will say, because I know some people have problems with theirs, you have to clean it. You have to make sure it's clean. You have to make sure you're good.
Now, can you break that down and clean it? Because the PPQ, you can't. As soon as you take the PPQ apart, there goes the warranty and everything.
Yeah.
But what about is the Glock still covered under warranty when you take it apart and clean it?
I mean, I took it apart probably 1 time, honestly. Yeah, I could say yeah. Yeah, I could say yeah.
All right, we'll go with that.
How you guys doing?
Good, you?
Garcia, how you doing?
Doing all right. I'm just leaving the field now, guys. I'm sorry I'm coming on late. We had a couple technical difficulties, all in which are fixed, and I had to give me some grub, so we're good.
Some grub. Gotta get that India. Gotta get that energy back.
Nice. Man.
So what I missed?
Basically we're just talking about the fields, how yesterday went. And OTP, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. The Frontline, the Loadout.
Okay.
So Garcia
sounds like a good conversation.
Yes, sir. Garcia.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you now.
Okay. How was yesterday MagFed event? What's your thought on it?
So yesterday's MagFed event.
Yeah.
So normally we typically have probably 60 minimum or average. I should say that 60 people average. So a good 30 on 30. Due to the 4th of July weekend, you got people that are going down to the shore, holiday weekend, things of that nature. We had a 10 on 10 match. 10 on 10 and dwindled down because people wanted to go spend time with their families, which is all understandable.
Yeah.
Yes. Yesterday's MagFed event was pretty intense due to the fact that there was a draw. There was a draw at Desert where we normally play airdrop. That never happens. That was the first time I've seen that happen. So that to me lets me know that hey, everything went well.
Yeah.
For the remainder of the games that were going on, they were all good. Red team took over, which was 1SOK New Jersey. Shout out to them. 1SOK New York. Shout out to them. You guys had excellent teamwork, excellent maneuvering. Granted, fully loaded goons. Shout out to them. They were giving you guys a fight. I know Cuddy and Esco. Them snipers they'll keep your heads down. They will keep your heads down, or they will keep you in your spot pinned down. But I know they were giving it to you guys, which is why they honestly caused that draw at Desert. It was pretty intense. But 1SOK New York and 1SOK New Jersey, y'all pretty much came in for the win. Y'all always come ready to play. I love it. I would still say there's still some work that needs to be done though.
For sure. Yeah. Shout out to all my boys, man. Love you guys. It was real.
We also had Markers of Mayhem out there yesterday.
Shout out to
those guys were dope.
Yeah,
like those were some dope individuals. They came out to play. And they were causing you guys problems as well. So shout out to them, Markers of Mayhem.
I actually, you know what? I actually got shot in the head for the first time by one of them guys. I was surprised. When they shot me in my head, I was like, yo, I gotta be more on point after this.
Yeah.
And so big shout out to them guys, you know. They came out and did their thing. I respected that.
Yes, they did.
I know yesterday objective was great as well. I talked a little bit about the objective at town, but you know, if you can give your talk on that as well, you know, your thoughts on that.
So the objective in town, pretty much there was a bomb placed at church. I'm sorry, there's this guy. I don't know if he knows how to drive or not, but objective in town, there was a bomb placed in church. Right, no team knew where the bomb was. However, if a team was close by to it, smoke would go off just to let you know and signify, like, hey, there's a bomb near. Once the team went ahead and pretty much set off their part of the bomb, you have 15 minutes to go ahead and disarm it. The other team has 15 minutes to go ahead and disarm it and set their bomb in place.
Yeah.
Everything is tracked by a bomb case. That bomb case is, I'm gonna say like a good 2x2 box. It's a Pelican box. There's a bomb prop in there. It actually makes a sound when the sound goes off.
Yeah.
Once it goes off, it goes off. That game specifically was where a lot of people were catching heat in the headshots. I believe Eli took a headshot. Eli gave a headshot to an OXCC member who came up to visit for the first time. Frost, shout out to you for coming out. Appreciate you, brother. He took a face shot, and his mask, he had a push mask, it pretty much like disassembled a little bit. Like that's how on point that headshot was. That match kind of set the tone for the next following matches that came on, because I believe after that we went to Castle. We got drone footage of that. There's some good drone footage of that where we just had backfiring, smoke going off. Things were just very intense, and it created that environment for you guys. We had the Claymore mine go off for the first time. Yes, we do have Claymores. The Claymore mine went off, and it took out one SOK captain, James. Yeah. He said he didn't feel it, but the fact that he still set it off it's still pertinent to the game. You know what I mean? Regardless of the fact you set it off, technically you'll get hit. It's a bomb. It's a bomb prop. However, if you do trip the Claymore mine, 68 cal round ball comes out and it hits you. That's the Claymore mine that we have. I believe it's the PBC 22 or 22C, PB 22C. It's pretty dope. I'll put a picture up on Instagram later on so everybody can see what it is I'm talking about. And I'll get the video of me testing that out so that way everybody sees what is what.
Okay. Nice.
Overall, yesterday was amazing. Good feedback. Who Dares wins. Today was a MacFed event, and I let them know, hey, it was yesterday, but don't worry about it. The event for Warfare is coming up next month. Show up for that, we should be all right. But they are planning to come out. They're going to be supporting Red.
Nice. Oh, we got a Viper in here. What's up, B?
I've been listening.
Nice. This is my guy, Viper, Tango.
What up, Viper?
How's it going, Tango? What's up, Viper?
Yeah,
you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Tango. I know we got to get together. Hopefully I didn't startle anyone, but we'll definitely get together later on down the line.
Yeah. See what's going on. I wouldn't mind having Antonio come on there for that.
I'm pretty sure if you talk to him, you sure can, man. But
he has come
I know with everything that was going on that aspect. Just a quick side note. There's 3 sides to every story. There's his side, the other side, and then the truth.
That's right.
So me, I'm not saying either side is on point, but I will say one side makes more sense than the other. As far as the truth is coming out slowly but surely, and I can tell you right now, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, something's off.
Yeah. Fair enough. I would like to see that because I'll be honest, and again, we can deal with it on the show. I haven't seen no evidence otherwise. I've only seen evidence against Antonio. I haven't seen, like, I've got friends right here in Canada that have been ripped off and burned by him. So I can vouch for that. Like, I can straight up vouch for that. Like, that's why I would like to have Antonio come on the show so we can address this with him. I understand where you're coming from as a team player and somebody that's part of that team. You gotta hold faith. You gotta rep your team. But this man's been called out on accusations and stuff where I've seen messages from him to my friend, and I've seen what's going on. So I can't speak personally on what's going on the West Coast. I personally have nothing against Antonio because it doesn't involve me. It's nothing to do with me. I'm just a guy that's here hosting a show where people want to be able to set things straight and put it out there. And like, you guys have every right to set it straight. You guys have a right. That's your right. It's your reputation. It's your brand. It's who you guys are. But I will say this. I have seen a dear close friend of mine get ripped off from it. And I've seen replies in the comments, and it just don't make sense with me. That's all I'm going to say about it, because outside of my friend, I have no idea what's going on over there. Like, and that's none of my business. But yeah, I think you guys should come on and clear up the news. I think it should be cleared. When you have a team that big and it has an impact in our world of paintball, things like that need to be cleared up, because that's not cool stuff. Whether it's true or false, I think it should be cleared up. That's all.
No, you're right.
Just like you were saying.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
That's other times. Yeah, for sure. 100%. But yeah, we'll run that for sure.
Yeah. Well, I definitely understand and respect
that.
You
guys should be coming to Canada this month. In 2 weeks' time, we have Operation Honey Badger, Cradle of the Gods. This is what you guys need to be checking out. Are you a MagFed player?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're all MagFed players.
All these are? Okay, see, y'all need to come over here to Canada then and come check out this event. We're having a T15 giveaway. There's all kinds of giveaways going down. I'm just saying, if you guys ain't got much to do in a couple of weeks and, you got your passport and you're ready to travel.
Well, I do know that these next couple of weeks, people will be focusing on, like I said, the August event, 6th and 7th. That's, like I said, guerrilla warfare. That's going to be the biggest event, though, in the east side. Yeah, both days. And Garcia could tell you a little bit more about that.
Are you hosting it, Garcia?
Are
you hosting that game in August?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I got food in my mouth, but
yeah. No worries.
So, hosting the event, Warfare, August 6th, 7th, Viper. We got our General Viper for red. We have our General Castle for blue. It's going to be the new school versus old school, mentor versus mentee. This is a community event thrown for us, the MagFedders, due to the fact that you know, a lot of people have been stating MagFed is dead. MagFed is not dead. MagFed is alive. MagFed is moving in a positive direction. MagFed
growing.
MagFed is growing. Now,
100%.
I know up in Canada, you guys got your events going on. Trust and believe. I'm going to make my way up there. And when I make my way up there, I want to solely say thank you guys, because watching you guys play is pretty awesome across the board. I want to play over at the UK. I've seen a couple of their games going on. I want to say that their games are pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Me personally, I'm throwing put this event together, and Eli and Viper can go ahead and test it. It wasn't all together. It wasn't all together. And when I say it wasn't all together, that's no shots at the person that was taking over the first time. It was pretty much nobody really knew how to go ahead and manage a MagFed team. Now, with myself, just a little background about myself. I am a sergeant first class in the Army. Been in the Army for 15 years. I'm still in the Army. I'm trying to get that 20-year letter in, hopefully sooner than later.
I was going to say 20 and then you're good, right? It's 20 and then you're good.
Right. But when it comes down to it, when I became a part of this, it was only supposed to be for MagFed weekend. These two gentlemen Eli and Viper, have seen MagFed grow from the 12 people we started out with to the max number that we've had thus far, 90 people. We've had 90 people at one location slinging paint, and it was an awesome warfare event.
That's dope.
Every time has been an improvement. Even yesterday's event was an improvement. It's one of those things where it's like, look, if you love something, you put your heart into it. Whatever comes out of it is going to be what your heart was put in. And so far, I told Eli yesterday, like, look, half of this, majority of the work that's put in, it's not coming from me. It's coming from them. It's coming from these guys. They're out there talking. They're out there saying, they're out there promoting the sport MagFed. People are coming to OTP asking about MagFed. I'm just going to go ahead and seal the deal. Like, look, if this is what you want, this is what it is. We got claymores, we got smokes, we got grenades, we got whatever else you can think of. We got first strike being fired on the field. A lot of other fields don't have that. We have that at OTP. And it's one of those things where it's like people are enjoying themselves more and more. Yes, competition is fierce. There's a lot of trash talking, but that comes with the sport. On the field. Off the field, everybody's talking about, yo, that move you did was great. That shot, that maneuver you did was awesome. I haven't been taking any pictures lately because I've been more in the background trying to plan for this event, which, by the way, the rules should be coming out either tonight or tomorrow morning. I was supposed to do it last night, and I ended up having an incident where I pulled over to the side of the road and had to take care of some things, right, personal-wise. But when it comes down to it, here, OTP, we're promoting it. One SOK New Jersey, one SOK New York, promoting it. Fully Loaded Goons, promoting it. Everybody's on board, on deck, having fun, enjoying themselves, and we can't wait to see what's to come in the future with this.
Yeah. So is this the first event that you've put together then?
This is the first event that's being put together by myself at OTP, and this is the first event OTP has hosted in about 5 years.
Wow. Now, what made you come out and host an event? And second, what made you take it to OTP?
So, a lot of people say I have a problem. I'm an operations person. Okay. So if I walk into a place and something doesn't seem right, I'll bite my tongue as long as I possibly can. But if I'm going there multiple times and there's an issue, yeah, I'm gonna voice my opinion and then I'm gonna take charge, because I'm a big believer in, if there's a problem, state what the problem is, but come with the solution as well. Don't come to me with a problem.
Yeah.
Don't come with me with a problem and then expect me to fix it. No, come to me with a problem and then come with me with your solution So that way we can fix it right there and then. If that's not happening, the problem is just going to be, stacked up on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. I
true.
Totally agree.
Very true.
So why OTP?
Why OTP?
Yeah, it's the best home field.
There you have it. OTP has been is a home to a lot of people.
Yeah.
OTP was actually built from the ground up by the owner John, who, a lot of very, very at times can be difficult to play with or do business with, but the dude comes from a good place, and I'm beginning to understand where he's coming from. When it comes down to it, where that place was built from is where MagFed is built from, Airsoft, which is also there, is built from, and the Speedball is built from. So everybody that's there, the team, the staff, the refs there, the teams that go there to play Speedball, a lot of them are going there and they're being built from the muscle, and they're learning a lot there as far as being a human being, being kind to one another and things of that nature. Right? It's very rare that you could go to a place and just feel at home. Me, when I first went to OTP, it felt like home, and I went there when I was part of the Philly Mercenaries. That was my own personal team. We're talking 6, 7, 8 years ago. And when I went there, I felt at home then. I go there 2 years ago to go ahead and play MagFed, and it's like, damn, nothing's really changed. You know what I mean? Could be a good and bad thing, but it definitely was a good thing because I felt at home.
And see, so it's home. Let's make it better. And listen, that's the best thing ever, right? Because how many times, I'm not saying we've all had a broken home or we've come from broken homes, but how many times has there been a broken home, the husband or the wife's left, and it's just went to shit? But no, that's when the true family comes together. It's a broken home. We need to make it work. I'm stepping up, and this is what we need to do. I like that, man.
Yeah, man.
Because a lot of people leave and go to another field. They say, fuck it. If this ain't working here, I'm bouncing over here. Straight up.
Some field is actually closing down, so people are looking for a home field now.
And in our area, it's like that.
Yeah. I know people that I know personally that doesn't come to my home field or come to my home field now. It's a surprise to me because I'm like, wow, I would never thought that.
Right. And see, so what kind of people do you see mostly coming to your home field now that you would never see before? Are they MagFed players or?
Oh, they're pretty much both. Speedball and MagFed. I know some teams they have both of that. I know my guys, we're all strictly just big MagFed.
So I here's what I want to say. At first, it was a lot of speedballers and a lot of airsofters. Now I had to throw airsoft in there because they would show up with numbers. We're talking about 80 people on a Saturday, 120 people on a Sunday. They would show with numbers, and they still do. Yeah. When MagFed Saturdays would show up every first weekend of the month, MagFedders would show up, and they would show up by the numbers. When that's okay, prime example, fully loaded goons always showed up. You know what I mean? So everybody would show up. Assassins Alliance, being as though that I'm a member of them, I would always say we're in attendance because I'm there. But if we had any Assassins Alliance members throughout the East Coast come up, they would show up and it would be game on. At the end of the day, back then, once MagFed weekend was over, it would go back to Speedball. Now, recently, you start seeing the MagFed influx starting to come in. I don't know if it's because warfare is coming up and people want to get a lay of the land. That's completely fine with me. You know what I mean? I understand recon is everything, but when I tell you people and individuals are coming in and they're like, yo, we're MagFed, we're trying to find a new home. It excites me because it's like, yo, everything's about to get better, or everything's getting better, and they don't know how good it's going to get, because I don't know how good it's going to get. I just know I find props and I'm like, yo, I want that. We're getting that. We have it. That's it. Plain and simple.
So when you go looking for props and you find one, do you see it and you think this is cool? I'm going to find a way to make it work? Or when you see it, are you like, okay, I know how that's going to work?
Oh, I see it. I know how that's going to work. For example, the Claymore Mines. Claymore Mines, straight from the rip. Yo, let me get that. It got sent in the mail. They sent me the receipt saying it was going to come in on a Tuesday.
Right.
I got a call Thursday night. No, I got a call Friday night saying, hey, a package came in for you. I was like, bet, I'm over there tomorrow morning. I think I woke up at 6 o'clock. I picked up Eli from his home of address, and then we went right to the house where it was dropped off at, picked it up. Like, yeah, it was like, look, we're going to get this, and this is going to be utilized today because this is reserved. It's like a new toy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So can you reuse the Claymores?
Yes, you can. Oh. All it is a reload situation. That's it.
And when I first held it, it was like, damn, this is 68 cal Claymore. I'm like, I gotta watch out for this shit.
How many rounds can that hold?
So in the Claymore, it shoots out 28 round ball at one time in a fan, in a fan like manner. So 28 round ball, all shot at one time in a fan like manner. If you have a stacked up group, all of them will be out because they'll all be marked.
Yeah.
Yo, and now what's the radius on that?
So the radius, they said that the best way to tell is if you're 12 feet. So if you're 12 feet within it, in front of it, right. you're hit.
You're done.
I think what we're going to do is if it's within 15 feet, you're going to be considered out. If you're on that 16, 17, 20 foot, it won't count as you being out. It'll just be like, all right, you're clear. You're in the clear.
I like that. That's cool. Like, that's cool. So when you plan missions and stuff, like if I was a sniper, I'd be taking a Claymore and I'd be setting it up in a stairwell somewhere in case anybody tried coming up and flank me while I was doing Overwatch or something. I'd set, I'd get all creative like that.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Viper, question for you. Warfare event. How do you feel about that?
I kind of want to correct something. I don't think I'm going to be general of the red team. I think I delegated that to Hunter. Want us because I don't feel fit to lead at the moment. Other than that, I am still attending. I hope it turns out pretty good, and that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. Looking forward to it. I know a lot of guys are going to be attending. I know it's going to be a great event, and I just want to have fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that at all. I know this event is going to be deep. It's going to be like I said in the last podcast. I know this event is going to be a test for everyone. Being so this is our home field. People are going to be coming, and when they come, they're going to bring their strategy. They're going to bring what they know for like 10 plus years, 15 plus years, or 20 plus years, So it's like they haven't been to our home field yet. So it's like we have the advantage, you know what I'm saying? And even though I've been playing the sport for 4 years, I feel like it's going to be a great outcome on our end. And that's just my opinion.
Gotcha.
I'm not speaking nothing. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel. And I know I'm confident.
You also have to remember that there's going to be some fields that we actually haven't even played on, like Mega, War Torn, and stuff like that. We've actually never touched those fields before, so I don't think we'll have an advantage per se. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't even know like the fields in play. I don't know the rules and stuff, so I can't really dictate as to what direction the game's going to head into. But I'd say we're facing experienced people. They know what they're doing, and that balances out with the map knowledge of the home field team. So I think it's going to be pretty good.
Nice.
So, Viper, do you do more playing or organizing, or what do you do mostly?
Say again?
Do you play more, or do you organize games more?
I play more. I play more than organized. I've been attending OTP for like about a year now, and like Blackout said, there's definitely growth there. I haven't participated in organizing anything. I mean, I suggested a couple things for game ideas, but that's pretty much it.
Some ideas
more
here.
of a,
they always work, right? Well, not always, but they always benefit one way or another. You can try it, run it. Hopefully, it works. Might not.
Yeah.
See, I thought you were a bit of a field organizer too. There's an event organizer though over in the States where you guys are named Viper, and he's retiring this year. Blackout, are you familiar with it?
I think Blackout might know.
I think Blackout's blacked out.
Say that one more time.
Are you familiar with Viper paintball events over there in the States?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, okay. He's retiring this year, correct?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, he already retired. I think he had a Hawaii event.
Okay, because see, I don't know who Viper is. I don't know what he looks like or nothing from the hole in the ground. And when I seen Viper, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. When I seen Viper down here in the bottom left corner, I was like, this guy's looking a little young to be retiring from putting together events. So I'm gonna have to ask this guy, do you play more? Or are you organizing more? So totally different Viper. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is a young Viper, man. He's up and coming.
Are you from Philly?
Me, no. I'm from Jersey.
Jersey. Okay. Yeah, all you guys are from Jersey, right?
Well, Philly.
Nah.
You're from Philly. Okay.
I'm from Philly as well.
All right. What part of Jersey are you from?
Central Jersey. I'm actually from Linden. Yeah. About an hour drive down to OTP every weekend. So, every weekend, every month.
Where is OTP? Where's that located?
What's the name of that?
That's in Pemberton.
OTP is located in Pemberton, New Jersey.
Yep.
Okay.
35 Sheep Road. In case anybody's out there listening and want to check us out. 35 Sheep Road, Pemberton, New Jersey.
And that's your field, Blackout?
That is a field that I'm managing. Yes.
Okay. Now, what's OTP stand for?
On target paintball. It's really OTAP. So on target action park. But OTP kind of took over due to the fact that, it was paintball for a long while. Now we have airsoft. We're about to get gel blasters to go ahead for the kids to go ahead and play. Start grooming them to take on one of their sports. You know what I mean? We have a good time. Speedball, MagFed, woods ball, airsoft, you name it, we got it.
Yeah. And in my opinion, that home field is probably one of the best home fields I ever played at. Just being honest.
Why's that?
So if you really want to look at it, it's one of the top 5 fields on the East Coast.
Really?
Yeah, that is
say what?
true.
I said one of the top 5. Hey, that's
yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah. So top 5, if you go ahead and throw an event there, you have more than enough space. It's 65 acres of land. Right now we're at 14. We're at 14 fields that we have, and we still haven't finished building on it yet. So it's growing, and it's still growing. With 65 acres of land, we're still making sure, and I believe John would like to buy another piece of property right there to actually help the growth a little bit more and put in more fields. But slow and steady, and you gotta make sure everything's planned out methodically. Sometimes people say things and act on things that shouldn't be acted on yet, and then they end up shooting themselves in the foot. So right now we're just moving slow and steady. If he wants that to happen, we're gonna make it happen. It just gotta be at a later date.
That's cool. And that's a good way of thinking, right? That's the best way of thinking. Don't push shit. Just take your time. How's that saying go? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And then, of course, slow and steady wins the race.
Oh, my bad, fellas. Real quick, Tango, check your you can check the comments too. People are asking questions as well.
Oh, I'm stuck on private chat over here. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, Alpha, he's in the house. Right on. Alpha's in the house. Foxtrot checking in, and Alex is saying Toronto. No, my man, I'm from Owen Sound. I'm just about 2.5 hours north of Toronto. When I do want to go play, though, Toronto area is where I go play. I have no fields close to me. My closest field's like an hour and a half away.
I think Blackout exited out by accident. I did that earlier. There you go.
Kick me out.
Yeah, I know. The biggest event that's coming up right now is Ion at Skirmish. Unfortunately, I won't be attending though next weekend, but yeah, that's one of the biggest games of the year.
I think it's one of the biggest in the country right now. Last time, what was it? 4,000 versus 4,000 or something like that.
I think it was it was 2,000 versus 2,000.
2,000 versus 2,000. Okay, so 4,000 total people.
But I think this year is 3,000 versus 3,000. Yeah.
That's what the field, skirmish paintball would be Disneyland for MagFed players. It's insane how big it is. It's unfortunate that they don't allow first strike rounds.
Yeah, and they're
if you can make it happen, make it happen. That's the place.
That would be a whole new level.
So one of the main reasons why they don't allow first strike rounds is because the first strike rounds are not dissolvable, and that shell kind of messes up the preservation of the field because it's technically on an Indian foundation, Indian land, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But so aren't first strike rounds photodegradable? Don't they degrade over time?
No, the shells do not degrade.
I do believe they have a contract, right, with Army. What's that brand name? They have a contract with somebody. I do know that. I forget the name of the paint though that they always have out there.
They always tend to use HK paint for Ion.
HK Army paint, right?
HK Army, yeah. That's what you thought. I was like, what Army?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the name of it, but I do believe they have a contract with them. Yeah, HK Army paint.
Yeah, they use HK. No, they don't allow first strikes. For anything, they use HK paint for anything. Both MagFed and Speedball.
I like Falcon first strike, and if I can't shoot first strike, then I go to Falcon for round.
I definitely love Falcon paint. They definitely have a good quality paint. I can say that.
But I'm gonna kind of shift this to. Yeah, it's funny, Blackout and Viper, because I got a message from a gentleman today, and he's like, "Hey, you going on the show tonight with Wolf?" I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Make sure he stays on topic." That was Creep Show. Sorry, Creep. I had to throw you under the bus. So, go to topic here. Viper, I want to start with you, and then we'll bounce over to Blackout. We'll come up to me, and then we'll go over to Wolf here. What do you guys run for your main loadouts when you guys are fighting on the front lines?
Oh man, start with Viper. No, start with Viper.
This way.
Start with Viper first,
Start with Viper.
Still got like 30 guns.
Right.
A lot of you not.
So break down your loadout for me, how you're set up, why you're running it. You got 3 or 4. Explain to me why.
It's pretty weird. I'm actually selling most of my markers. I have like 12 of them, but I primarily used to use the T15 a lot until I started running into issues, constant leaks, and just it not being consistent. But I tend to run rifles mostly. Right now I'm using an MG100. My playstyle is more mid to long range, so I like that versatility between the two. I'm not like a pistol person where I feel like it's just up for close range. I haven't had any experience with pistols actually, so wanted to give that a try. I just bought 2 Tipexes. I'm just waiting on Foxtrot or tables to bring it up so I can give it a shot. It's nice to mess around and see what you like, and especially when my other home field is long-lived paintball. It's more close range, but you're going up against Speedball Central, so it depends what field I'm going on. My loadout in terms of weapons don't change, but my loadout in terms of gear does change. So usually for big events like Dark Ops or any large mixed event, I tend to run a large like plate carrier that has a hydration pack that could carry smoke grenades, that could carry extra mags for my teammates, melee weapons, all that. For MagFed OTP, for long live paintball, I try to run. Well, recently I've been trying to run it a little lighter. I got like a chest rig that wouldn't weigh me down as much because you don't need that much utilities. You don't need that many grenades. You're gonna go back and reload anyway. So that, in terms of physical like, attire or gear, that's when my loadout changes. But my weapons never do. I usually only run first strikes. If I don't have first strikes, I don't play.
I love it, my man. Yeah. Right there. I don't have first strikes, I ain't playing.
The increase in first strike rounds is just insane. Though now it's like I'm spending $500 a month on paint. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. That has been one thing I will say that's been a little upsetting is increased. But I'm sure in time it'll probably come down. Let's just keep praying to the paintball.
Hopefully, because you gotta think about it. The first strike prices are. I mean, what's the advantage that you get from MagFed compared to Speedball? Like there's none if you're using the same ammunition. You know, it's not going the same velocity. You don't have an advantage. You're just limiting yourself to 20 rounds and reloading in between, as opposed to Speedball guns where they shoot 200 balls, and then you put a pot and you get extra 60. It's just not at an advantage. So the only advantage that you have for MagFed is first strike rounds. And in a way, first strike is kind of killing the industry if you think about it. Like a lot of people use first strikes, and it kind of depends on them too. That's primarily the reason why I'm trying to sell my gear too, other than like financial reasons and my availability. But you know, I hope one day the price goes down or someone finds another patent for them to use so that people can actually afford to play it. You know.
Yeah.
I know people that don't want to transfer to MagFed because of the prices. So other than that, staying on topic, my loadout stays the same.
Notice they say Blackout, my man. What about you?
Listen, man, I'm an assassin, so you know how assassins run. We run pistols all day. I run 2 Tipexes. I have 4 on deck. I have 2 for round ball, 2 that are first strike capable. I don't touch first strikes unless there is a first strike only type game. Here's why I don't touch first strike, and this is nothing against Viper, even though he just stated he doesn't play if there's no first strike. I get it. Everybody has their forte. I honestly see it as if you played round ball, you've played the game long enough to know that hey, I'm out there to get it. First strike kind of makes me lazy. I like to sit in the back. I like to go ahead and fire and take my time. Cool. When I have round ball, I'm in your face. I'm aggressive. I know with the EMF 100, I've actually shot that at an event called Black Hawk Down. It was hosted by the New York Savage Beast. It was pretty cool to run with it. Run first strike was pretty awesome. However, it was one of those things where it's like, why am I sitting in the back and my team's in front of me? If you're an assassin and you know how we run, we're in your face, running and gunning. We want to capture ground. We're going to capture it fast. And our biggest motto is less is more. With the pistols, 12 rounders on my back, I'm able to run. CO2 cartridges is what I utilize. I don't use the line because I like to switch hands sometimes. If I'm not running dual, I'm running one. If I'm running one, you got another problem because I carry a karambit knife. If I touch you with that karambit knife, your name goes on a karambit knife.
Gotcha.
And that's pretty much what it is. That's what I run. Maybe later on in the future, I'll grab me an EMF when my legs start to give out on me. Maybe, I don't know. But as of right now, Tipex pistols is where it's at. That's how I'm running. And so far, I've taken out people that have never been touched by a knife before. And I've taken out people with a pistol that never been tagged with a pistol before. Bones and Ashes last year, 16 people know exactly what I'm talking about when I ran into their castle and took them all out.
So here's a question for you. How good or how much do you utilize your military training with paintball?
Great question.
I don't. Paintball is my fun place, my happy place. Yeah, I do not. Paintball is my happy place, and believe it or not, to use military tactics in a paintball environment is only if you're doing a milsim event. A lot of people may disagree. A lot of people may disagree, and it's one of those things where it's like, look, you can do it. Yeah,
I don't know what military person runs out with dual wield pistols running at people.
Yeah, but if you go ahead and run military tactics, by all means, you can do that. But understand, I utilize paintball to release all my aggression. So I'm gonna come at you free gunning, like, hey, I'm gonna do the wildest shit. I may do a flip. I know we had an assassin, did a flip. I know myself. I climb walls. I like to scale walls and hop over shit. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh, if this is what I can do, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't have to worry about real bombs going off. I don't have to worry about IEDs. I don't have to worry about being fired upon, dying, or being revived by a medic. So yeah, I'm gonna do what I can, do it in the safest, dangerous way possible, but I'm gonna make sure I'm good. At the end of the day, it's one of those things where it's like I'm not utilizing military tactics unless people are talking money or challenging me in a certain way.
Okay, now I guess I should have worded it a little bit better. Like when I say military tactics, like say for instance, like you're in a building, like you're in a 3-story building, would you room clear the same way? Like would those instincts just come out in you, or would you just go into a room like, I don't give a fuck, I'm coming in, I'm going out, right?
So in that essence, when you're in a close quarter combat situation, yeah, that is muscle memory. That's not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, I pie corners. I'll check corners from one angle. I'll tap my buddy, let him know I'm going in to come in behind me. And sometimes I find myself in positions where it's like I'll tap thinking somebody knows exactly what I'm talking about, go into a room by myself, probably take out some people, get lit up depending on the situation, and then look back and like, damn, I'm not home. I'm at my other home. I'm not at my first home. You know what I mean? So it does tend to happen from time to time.
Because I was always curious about that, because I've never ran with anyone. Like I've heard of people saying like they've been in the military, and I have a buddy over here in Canada, but I've never had a chance to actually ask him, like, do you actually do these rundowns? Like when you go into a building, do you actually go out onto a field and say, you know what, this is paintball, this ain't work today, this ain't life number one? And then a lot of times I know when I go into a game and if I'm not commanding, I end up commanding just because that's what I'm known to do, right? Like it just takes over me. So I thought maybe with military people, maybe something like that would be in you, where you just get into that moving in a certain way, playing a certain way.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes down to planning things, because I'm an operations sergeant, all right? I pretty much look at op orders. I ensure that, people are communicating with each other to ensure that the information we have is accurate and the mission is being executed on time. Being an NCO, our main thing to do is to make sure that we keep rolling forward. For anybody in the MagFed community that is an NCO that understands what NCO's jobs are, we are the backbone of the Army. It is our job to ensure that the mission gets completed at all costs. Do I make sure that's happening on the field? Hell yeah, you fucking right I do. All right, but at the end of the day, it's still paintball. So that may come out just as well. Clearing rooms may come out as well. Hearing a bomb go off and reacting a certain way may happen for those that been in war. All right, I haven't been deployed, but I've been in what do we call it? Military simulations where shit like that goes off. You know how to react, and it just becomes muscle memory. You know what I mean? Things like that may happen, but it would be like a quick snap in, come right out of, for me at least.
Yeah. Because you can say to yourself, dude, I'm at paintball. Snap out, you got a fucking space gun in your hand. Right.
Right. But even with the claymores, Eli can tell you, I was having a field day with that because it's almost like dealing with a real claymore. Yeah. Right? There's a hammer up top. In order to set it off, you have to get in front of it. You have to stand behind it, or you may get, fucked up. If that shit goes off in front of you, you're fucked up. It utilizes a 22 blank cartridge to set it off. So you're gonna hear something like loud, maybe not loud, but loud enough to where it's like, yo, that's not a paintball sound.
Right. So would normal, like on an average person, how would they respond to that, and how would you respond to that?
An average person may respond like, "What's that?" In a sense of like they may duck, it's a flinch, whatever the case may be. Me, I heard it. Me knowing what it is, I heard it for the first time, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I wanted to grab somebody to make sure everybody was okay, because when I went to go test it out, it was one of those things where it was like, "Oh shit!" Like this is happening. We have a Claymore now. You know what I mean? I gripped up the cameraman because he was recording me as we were doing it. I tried to reach out for him. He's 20 feet in front of me. I tried to reach out for him, and it was one of those things where it's like, "Oh, my fault. I'm sorry."
This is paintball.
It works. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this works.
Cutting out.
Yeah, what's going on? Like, no, it works. It works. We got it. Let's go. And I had to like get out of that habit real quick.
Okay.
So the difference between civilians and military people is civilians are like, "Oh shit," and the military people are like, "Oh shit, let me grab a fuel." No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
going in.
Yeah, because a lot of people when they react, if they're not accustomed to it, it's okay. What do I do next?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people get disoriented.
Yeah, military people, we hear it. It's like, okay, next step from here. After hearing the bang, check people.
Sit rep immediately.
Are you a military sniper?
Nah, I just play a lot of video games.
Man, I love that. No, I just play a lot of video games.
Nah, I used to play a lot of airsoft with a lot of ex-military people, so like you get in the habit of it too.
Right. So, what made you go from airsoft to paintball?
Cheaters. Honestly, I freaking hate cheaters. A lot of people, it's different with paintball because there's actual physical proof that like, hey, I got shot. Airsoft, I mean, there's like when I played, this was like.
Viper? I think he froze.
Yeah, he froze.
The question hit him hard, eh? It froze him.
Am I good? You guys hear me?
No, we hear you.
There you are.
I think I'm cutting out.
Are you good now?
We got you.
Can you hear us?
I hear you guys.
I might have to restart this.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. We hear you and we see you.
Don't leave us, Viper. Don't leave us. So, Blackout, when's your next event?
Next event is August 6th, 7th, Warfare, OTP. Red, General, Viper, but he has a substitute. I believe he said it was Hunter or Scarecrow.
I think it was Hunter.
All right, Hunter. All right, so shout out to Hunter. And then we have Castle for the blue team.
From which team's Hunter from?
Hunter is from one that's okay, New Jersey.
Part of my squad, yeah.
And then we have Castle, who is part of AOD, Angels of Death, Black Dolphin Brigade. You name it, he's been a part of. Like the dude is a solid individual.
Awesome.
Yeah, I could go against Castle, man. He's a funny dude.
Yep, MagFed only game, round balls included. First strike is allowed. If anybody wants to utilize their own first strike that they've purchased from many games ago, in order to do that, you have to buy 2 bags of first strike from OTP Field. So that way you could utilize however many rounds you want.
Cool. And so that's awesome because there could be players sitting there with 500-600 rounds left over from a couple of years ago, haven't shot them and want to get rid of them.
Yep.
That's one thing you got to say about first strikes, right? Although they don't, don't disintegrate, they're there forever. That's one good thing. You can pick a first strike up round up off the ground that's been laying there for a whole season, clean it off, throw it in your mag and shoot it.
Yeah.
Ball UA. Blackout. We're safe to say.
Say this one more time.
It's safe to say it's utter respect to the other players why you don't shoot first strikes then. It's more respect towards your
I would here's what
would you engage? Would you engage on somebody close quarters? Because I would with a first strike. Like our field here, PRZ, they have indoors, outdoors, the whole field is first strike allowed. So like we could be CQB 5-10 feet, pop, shoot first strikes. So, and I don't feel bad for doing it.
So that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all. You can shoot me at close range, and I believe Eli could attest to that. I got shot a couple times yesterday. The only thing that pissed me off is that I didn't have a marker. But I get shot all the time. It's not a thing. If you get shot with a CCMK round, which is a sim round, they hurt more than first strike. So getting hit with a first strike up close in person does not hurt.
But you as an operator, though, shooting them, because you said you don't like to shoot them. You like
I don't like to
players.
I don't like to shoot them because I believe all paintball players that have played paintball have started off with round ball.
Right.
And because you started off with round ball, first strike came into play. Now everybody's sitting in the back, and it's kind of made people lazy because people don't really move as much no more.
Right.
I believe with round ball, because you have that point in the air where the ball curves, you have to get close enough in order to get that ball to go straight into your target. You know what I mean? So for me, it's more of a, you know what, if I could get you up close in person, I don't need a first strike. I'll do it with a round ball.
Me, I don't care. Because the reason why I say I don't care is because our MagFed events here at ERZ and the Raid series, when you shoot first strike, it's open anywhere, any engagement. So if I shoot you 10 feet in front of me, you're definitely going to shoot me. So it's like a 1-for-1 that way, where I can see what you're saying, because where you play, you look at it like, listen, these shots are made for precision. They're made for hitting targets. Like, basically in the back, right? Like it's a first strike. That's meant to travel. It's meant to hit your target. You don't need something like that when you're 10, 15, 20 feet. But me, I do.
I just think a lot of people, they don't, how do I say this, man, without disrespecting anybody? Like a lot of people, they just don't. No, I do.
Cut you off, but that's decent. That's respect at a blackout, though, towards his opposition and all his enemies, right? That's a respect thing that he plays. Like, what? Also, why am I going to spend $1 a shot when I can spend 8-10 cents and still have the gap the same, right? If you can mag dump a first strike T15 and there's $20 out the door on that one mag, okay? Or you can mag dump a round ball mag on a guy at the same distance, and it's like what? $1.20?
Probably like $5.
You know, like the price is totally different. So I can see things like that, because where we play, like I said, first strike's open all field. But they do have rules for snipers. If you're star 12 or something like that, you can shoot up to 300 feet per second, but you have to have
a secondary.
A secondary with round ball for that situation right there.
So for me, it's not even about the cost. We've had a freelancer event out here, which is first strike only.
Right.
Dope event. I've bought nothing but first strikes. I've played with nothing but first strikes. And, you know, it's not a bad deal. I still play aggressive. It's just, for me, you know, I like to see where my skills are. I think it keeps me on my toes when I have round ball.
Okay. That's fair. I like that. I can see that, but see now where I would contest against that, I would say myself, I would like the first strikes because it's more consistent without curving and stuff like that. But listen, each their own, and they all have their own reasons, and I like that. I respect that. That's decent.
I also want to say this. I think it depends on your character. It depends on your character. So they're just saying, character defines on the days when you don't feel like doing what you once said you would do long after you did it. Right? So I think for a lot of people in the sport, like your character has to be intact with that. Like you're gonna be a pusher, a sniper, you know, you're gonna be aggressive, you're gonna be in the back, you know, it all depends on your character. Like for example, like me, I go by Lone Wolf. You know, when I'm alone, I do whatever. But in reality, I'm really pushing. Like I'm a pusher. I've been known for pushing the whole entire time playing paintball. Like you rarely see me in the back. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just known for that. Like that's my character. Like I'm known for going hunting. I'm known for getting up close and personal. Like, I'm known for great shots. I'm known for great angles. You know, it's just all about your character.
Yeah, I feel like no one play style is better than the other. Obviously, people work in teams. Some people work alone. Some people have characteristics and different attitudes toward the sport. So, like for me, I'm a fucking fat dude. I'm 230 pounds. Like I don't move fast. You know, I don't fit in small places. I'd be counterproductive if my fat ass was trying to get up front and I can't have room for my guys that push. Realistically,
Tango, he's lying, Tango. He's lying. I seen this man. No bullshit. He's lying. I seen this man move. He can fucking move. He's lying. I seen this man move.
If you see me move, you can hear me move. You can feel the ground shake, bro. Like
no, we don't. No one listen. No one hears that from Viper. This dude moves out. What he's saying is bullshit. He moves straight out. I seen this man move and take out like 5, 6 guys. It's on video.
It's definitely on video. I don't know why he's saying he doesn't move. This motherfucker moves. He forgets.
A whole gunfight.
He forgets. I watched the games. This motherfucker is like, if he's not at the front line, he's in the mid. But in the mid, this motherfucker's throwing smoke, throwing bombs, and then running up to get his teammates to make sure that they're good. I don't know what he's talking about.
Everything. He's either mid or he's either at your spawn point at this point. He's never in the back.
Point is, it depends. It depends on your play style. It depends what your objective is.
Like I said, character defined on the days when you don't fight doing what you must even do. Your name is Viper, bro. Viper for a reason. You're always gonna be a pusher. You're always gonna be aggressive.
They call me Viper because like I used to play Snake and I like laying down, bro.
He's bullshit. Get out of here.
He's bullshit. Straight cat. I thought of it because you know you were like you're quick to attack, like you're quick to snap, stuff like that. So
I used to play speedball and I played Snake side all the time, and my real name starts with a V, so Viper kind of just slithered its way in.
It slithered its way in. I like that. Airsoft, done speedball, you're in the mag fed. Out of all those different elements, which is your favorite?
Video games.
I like that.
You don't have to move, bro. Like you can do so much more in video games that you can't do in real life. Like, could you imagine running down the stairs while shooting in real life? You'd have to look down and step. No, but out of all the 3 real life sports, I would have to say, if there were no cheaters in airsoft, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but like, it would be airsoft if there was no cheating because it's cheaper. You know, it's cleaner. There's more consistency in the BBs than there is in paint. You got one raindrop hits your paintball, it now looks like fucking. Can I curse on here? Okay. It looks like a milk. You're gonna end up shooting a milk stuff that doesn't come out of your barrel and it breaks in the barrel. Then you have to clean it. Then you have air leakage. Then you have to worry about filling up your air in between, as opposed to airsoft where you just bring a battery. And you're set. You're set for the whole day. You run out of battery, you just swap your battery, and the battery's like this size.
That's true.
Tank on your back. You don't have to worry about your air running out, your O-rings busting, all this stuff. If it wasn't for the cheaters, I would still stay with airsoft. That's my honest opinion. But with paintball, I like it in the way that you can feel it more. With airsoft, it's like a bunch of needles coming at you. Second?
How long have you been paintball?
Paintball, like 2 years. I'm really early in the paintball thing. But 2 years
over. What was the transition over like? Was it hard to do?
From airsoft to paintball?
Yeah, or did you already, because like the magazines and the like the plate carriers or chest rigs you would have been wearing, if you went to a T15, I think you said at first, right?
Initially when I went from airsoft to paintball, I played speedball, so it was a huge difference. But I understood the idea or the premise of laning and making sure that nobody leaves, but like it was such a waste of paint for me. I was like, this is so wasteful. This isn't like, I was more like, I like the mindset of being tactical and being slow and methodical. I don't like the fact that let me keep shooting the spot in hopes that someone pops their head up. Like,
when you know
say again?
When you know they're not going to pop their head out because they hear that Dorito get hit, like.
Yeah, but like the whole point is not to hit the bunker itself; it's to hit just past it.
Just skim
so
it.
When they do pop their head up, they get slapped. Oftentimes you don't hear it unless they actually hit the bunker in front of you. In speedball, you kind of have to get the balls to stick your head out, even though your bunker's getting hit, because sometimes it's a psychological type of thing too. Where I'm gonna keep ducking because they're shooting at me. You have to.
Speedball is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, man. Speedball is crazy.
Yeah.
I love going against them though. I'm not gonna lie, but I can't play speedball though.
It's tough to get people to get into MagFed when you're in a field that plays nothing but speedball. I'm referring to long live paintball. That place is speedball central. It's a MagFed player's nightmare, but like that's where some people play and they learn that way. They play that way. That's where some people get aggressive.
Definitely small fields. I played there one time. It was dope because it's small fields, but I do see what he's saying though.
Really small fields. You get like semi CQB vibes. It's not really CQB because it's not enclosed, but checking corners definitely is a big thing. Like I've seen so many people get bunkers just because they walk past the cover thinking that it's clear, and as soon as they run by, the person behind the cover hears them, and they turn around and they shoot them in the back because they didn't check their corners. Yeah. The long left paintball doesn't allow smoke grenades or grenades at the field. That's because they're close to residents. But to be honest, I don't think it would be fun with grenades anyway. Because if you throw a grenade anywhere, you're bound to hit someone. So OTP is like definitely mag-fed place for us.
Real quick, guys, I have one question for you guys. Then we can wrap it up. I'll start with Tango first. Tango, my question to you is, if you was to give someone an advice, a beginner or someone that plays speedball that wants to transfer to MagFed, what encouragement and what advice would you give to them? And how would you deal with that? Because some people deal with life as well at the same time. Some people call it a therapy session. Like me, I call it a therapy session for MagFed paintball. It's a relief. It's something that I enjoy playing. So, what advice could you give to somebody?
MagFed paintball, whether they're doing speedball
or anything. Airsoft, yeah.
Start I think a piece of advice I would say would be like, this is gonna sound silly, but I'm being for real, okay? Make sure MagFed is for you. That's my advice, because that rabbit hole you can go down on chest rigs. I want this, I want that. Make sure whatever sport you're leaving, whether it's speedball or whatever, make sure MagFed is what you want, because I find when you play speedball, basically you have a speedball gun, it has a hopper, it has a tank, you have speedball pants and a jersey and a mask. Away you go. That's it. When it comes to MagFed, you can be any motherfucker you want to be at any given time. So there's all of equipment. You can be guys on the West Coast next week, and you guys could be going to Cartel Wars. You could be some guy like Wolf going clown versus zombies. So your loadout and your gear and everything's gonna change as you get into it. So my advice would be just make sure MagFed is really what you want, because that rabbit hole.
Nice. Garcia, same question goes to you. What advice could you give to somebody who wants to get into MagFed, that's coming from airsoft or speedball, and and they're trying to just get into the MagFed, and also they're going through life, they're trying to find them in the process?
I would tell them, man, don't take it too serious. This is a fun game. If you're going to take it serious, make sure you're getting paid for it. Plain and simple. I am a person that, look, I love paintball in general. I started off with a spider, electric spider gun. It was a space gun. It was dope. My aunt brought me into the game. She had her spider. I had my matching spider to hers. It was a dope, I would say, a mother-son combination, even though she was my aunt.
Right.
Then I grew out into it. I got the Spider MR5, 9 rounds, had 5 mags on me. We'll go around, making sure I'm tabbing people. Played at Cousins' big game one year. Was dope as hell, dope as ever. Had a Titman A5, played a little woods ball. Everything was taken a little bit too seriously. And it ended up with me rolling out of the sport for a long period amount of time. Damn. Now, I'm actually having fun with the sport. Since I converted to MagFed pistols, I'll say that. Okay. It's only been 3 years since I've been back in the game. In the 3 years that I've been back in the game, I've had more fun than I've ever had 15 years playing the sport.
Awesome.
And when I tell you, I'm not taking it, I don't take it seriously, because it's a game. This is, again, what Eli said, therapy session. I release. I'm not at home. I'm not at work. I am simply at a field doing the shit that I want to do because I can. And I can shoot people without actually hurting them and without getting arrested. That's the best part.
And release some of that aggression.
Right. Definitely releasing some of that aggression. As far as the getting paid portion, well, I'm right now getting paid for MagFed as we speak.
Good.
It's one of those things where it's like, I didn't ask for it. It just fell in my lap, and it's like, okay, cool. Now let's see what else we could do with it. My next goal from there, or I'm sorry, let me stay on topic. Creep show, I heard you. When it comes down to that, essentially, it's just making sure that this is fun and games for you. If you want to take this seriously, it's probably not going to go that far, because you're going to get pissed off. You're going to run into players that don't follow rules. You're going to run into players that don't show up. You're going to run into players that show up for a half a day and then roll out, and that's probably going to piss you off, because you're like, yo, this is a team practice, or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
I'm one of those individuals. I tell everybody straight out, yo, if you could come. If you can't. I know I have individuals that come to the MagFed event and they say, yo, we can't make it to the next one. It's like, bro, there's always going to be a MagFed first Saturday of every month. Can't make it to this one, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Just know that there's going to be more that comes up. After today, tomorrow's a new. However, getting off topic here, I do plan on getting everybody paid for MagFed.
Ooh.
Can't really say if that's going to happen like this year, but it's looking real solid right now. And I want to say, like, look, if I make this happen, if I could get this to happen, trust me, it'll be a dope deal for everybody that plays the sport.
Awesome.
So that way, we're playing a sport. It doesn't become an expense anymore. It becomes something that, we get paid to do. It becomes something that is like no longer a liability. I know people that are losing wives, losing homes, things like that. Not because of the sport, but they come play the sport, and it's taken away from everything else that they need done. So
hey, I know exactly what you're saying. I had a wife for 20 years. And you know what? And hey, it was a good 20 years, but the rest of my life is going to be even better. But it's no, I don't mean that. No disrespect to my ex or nothing like that. I don't, because we all have to learn from something, right?
Right.
I can honestly say I know exactly what you're talking about when you say people lose their families and stuff like that, because I did. I got so fixated on paintball. That's the only thing I seen, tunnel vision on paintball, and I totally forgot about everything else. And don't do that. Like, you got to remember that paintball is not number one. Paintball is on the side.
I remember
nothing else, and now paintball is all you have. Then paintball is number
right.
What's that YouTuber's name? Paintball ruined my life. Have you ever watched him?
Yes, I have.
Relatable.
Yeah. I remember at one point people that were watching me go to the field or getting prepped for the field. They were like, "Yo, I don't know why you're doing this. This is a waste of time." And it's like, to you, it's a waste of time because you don't understand. To me, this is a good way of releasing aggression instead of punching you in the face. You know what I mean? And there, you hear the doubters. Yeah, you hear the doubters like, "Yo, you're not getting paid for it. It's not important. You should just come out with us. We're going out partying and shit like that." It's like, nah, I'm good. Now I'm getting paid for it. And those people that went partying while I was, out paintballing, they're looking at me like, "Yo, how are you getting paid?" A paintball. Granted, I got another job on top of that, but paintball is, I swear to God, I'm not even working. I'm having fun doing the shit that I'm doing.
That's the best
I'm having
job
fun prepping for these guys to come.
You never work a day in your life.
Say that again?
You do. What's that?
I said, and so
what was that?
You
never get. What's that? I feel like I'm talking at the same time that you guys are. But I said that if you enjoy what you do, then like you never get paid. You never feel like you're working. You're always doing what you love. That's the best job to have.
Right. Yeah, and it feels like that every weekend.
Work every day, then you're just like, oh man, this sucks. Because honestly, I don't know too many people that just love to get up every day, punch that clock, and go to work. Honestly. So when you look at paintball, like, man, this is a hassle. It's time to, I would say, take a break, separate yourself from these things that are making you feel like this is a job, whether you're a team captain, whether you're running something, organizing something. If that's how you feel, you got to take a step back, let someone else maybe for a minute, reassess the situation, and just come back and chill. Because, unless you're something.
My bad, Creep Show. I'm trying to stay on topic, bro. My bad.
I probably got 20 messages from Creep Show 2 saying, Tango, I fucking told you.
Hey, Viper. This last question goes to you. Question goes to you.
I swear, we all need Adderall, bro. Anyway, so advice that I would give a MagFed player, someone that's transitioning into MagFed. Okay, so building off of what Tango said, obviously figure out whether or not this is for you. Second off, if you do decide that this is for you, I can't stress this enough. And I believe I told Crow this. I got this from Steve from Dead Man's Hand and Robert from Dead Man's Hand. Buy once, cry once. You buy one piece of quality material, you don't ever have to worry about it ever again. I went through 5 different red dots off of Amazon. 3 different green lasers and all this stuff. And it's just, I bought a $500 site from Vortex and I never touched another site ever again. You buy a quality MagFed marker. I don't want to say any names, but for me, the MG worked for me. All the other ones didn't really. So you buy one thing, you don't have to buy anything ever again, and you won't end up with me with 12 markers that don't really work out for you. But once you figure out what you want, you buy a quality thing, and you'll never have to worry about it ever again. Same goes for clothing, pants, gear, pouches, all that stuff. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I ran and slid, and I had pants, not have shorts. So
that happened to me out in Ottawa, my last game.
What was that? A couple of MagFed events ago, Blackout hosted an event at OTP. I don't know who came back from the field. Someone walked back from the field and was like, "Whose pocket is this?" And it was a legitimate pocket with like a Tipex in it.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Get yourself some nice pants, bro.
You straight up dropped your pocket, bro.
It was a legitimate pocket. Like, it wasn't even a joke. It was legitimately someone's pocket with a pistol in it.
I'm not gonna lie, man. My pants ripped like 2 years ago, man. I'm like, the hell? I couldn't even believe it. I started buying expensive ones after that.
Yeah.
But no, man.
Quality over quantity for sure. For me, that's based off of my experience.
I can agree.
But the same question goes for me as well. And I always been I'm not gonna say a religious man. I always been like my lifestyle. I go by God. I believe in God. God has always had my back ever since I got out of a lot of things. So I do what I have to do for my purpose and my plan for Him. But I want to help people, man. I like to encourage people. I love to continue to give people the best advice, because somebody gave me an advice when I was younger. Someone helped me find me, so my job is to help people find them. And paintball is a great example. Like paintball, it helps people. It helps me with my therapy session. It helps me relief. It helps me grow with people. Build a bond, build a relationship. It's not always about networking. It's not always about connections. It's always about a relationship with people. And you need that nowadays, man. Like sometimes I know people that lost day ones, people that they was real close with. And now it's like you meet somebody off the paintball field, you bond with them more than you used to bond with your best friend. And that's real. That's deep, And I was just telling Garcia this yesterday, I only knew Garcia for a year, 2 years?
About 2 years.
2 years, and me and this man have a great relationship. I could talk to this man about anything and everything. And he can relate to a lot of things that I say. That's how that goes. And a lot of people that I have been with for like 15 or 20 plus years, like 10 plus years, I'm gonna say, not 20, but 10. Like I had to cut them off. I had to let them go. And paintball, it will do that. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a great thing because you're cutting off the poison. You're cutting off the cancer. You get what I'm saying? You're cutting off a disease because at the end of the day, you have a reputation in paintball. So you have to represent that as well.
You gotta change your call sign, Eli. You gotta change it to preacher or something.
I was gonna say preach. I was gonna say when you say you gotta change your call sign, I was gonna say preach.
I am a speaker for a living though, but somebody did question me. He was like, "Yo, why you go by Lone Wolf?" I'm like, "Oh man, he was that question, Lone Wolf." But no, Lone Wolf was just something that I actually went through.
Lone Wolf, bro. I don't see it. That's what you went through.
Yeah, that's my storm I went through.
That's not my storm. Now though.
No, it's not who I am at all. Anybody will tell you that. I run with anybody on the field, bro. I'm never alone.
Paintball, and every time I see you doing your thing, you ain't alone. You ain't alone, bro. So I would agree with Vipe. We have to switch that up a little bit or maybe we should start calling you the Wolf Pack or something because you're always with a pack and you've always got a crew, bro. You always do. You know you do.
It's gonna be hard, man. I'm not gonna lie. I had to think about that tonight. No, because really, Wolf did come from my storm, but I remember, when I first started playing paintball, I always used to watch Wolf paintball. He was like my biggest mentor in this sport. He is
mine. Still to this day, brother.
Yeah. So it's like that just happened to just fit all the way in. I don't know how, but it all connected somehow. And it lead me right to this point.
It's a good point, my man.
Yeah.
Sure.
But listen, fellas, man, it was great having y'all on this podcast, man. We definitely got to do this again. I definitely want to do a part 3, probably. I want to say after August, man. I think because right now we all locked in. Like everyone is locked in for the next couple of weeks on events.
Blackout and Viper, you know what he's saying, right? Next episode, the four of us are on here. His microphone gets muted, and we just talk about the topic.
I'm telling you, bro. Adderall, it'll solve everything.
Adderall.
This podcast sponsored by Adderall, or needs to be.
Oh man, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy, man.
Times on here. I like.
We could like write a script down, and we could just read off of it and stay on topic. Have someone like edit it.
Well, he does have Creep Show messaging him every couple of minutes, like, dude, bounce back.
We need Creep Show behind Eli and slapping him in the back of the head every time he switches topic.
Bro, Creep Show is the funniest man I've ever met, bro.
He could be behind the scenes controlling the mics and the volumes and this and that.
Nah, he'll just end up muting Eli. It won't even be his podcast anymore. It'd be Creep Show's.
Creep Show's my guy, man. That dude. Dude is pretty dope.
Creep's a thief. Nah, he stole my MG100 for that raffle. No, this dude's insane lucky. He won 2 raffles. He won one for the block and then one for the MG100.
Yeah, what's crazy.
For the what? What was his first?
His first what?
Yeah, he won the MG100 and what else?
Oh, the first raffle he won was a Glock at Area 53.
Yeah, he did win that. I remember that.
Dude's Gucci out this season. Like, was that just this season? Those 2 draws?
I don't remember. I think it's from the same year. Yeah, I think it was this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all this year. This year. He won the Glock. He won the Glock sometime in December or January. It was during the snowy weather because it was during an indoor event. Then he won the MG100, and yeah, that was it. It was just an MG100 from me when I held the raffle for it. That was pretty dope.
Bro, it's a picture of me, Rubo, and Creep Show. Creep Show is holding the MG100 in his hand like a guitar. I'm just like, bro, how are you winning this? But he be winning though. I give him his props. Like, you know how to win.
You have to give him his props, man. Maybe he just that little what's that chef's name? He always does that salt something.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
I forget his name too. I need talking about.
He was like one Decimo from Fairly Odd Parents. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about.
No.
Big buff dude that keeps Wanda.
Oh man, I forgot to do this. Big shout out to the cameramans yesterday. Big shout out to Dom. That's actually Garcia's nephew. By the way. Now shout out to Alex. Them guys took some dope pictures yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually supposed to be getting a few in a little bit, but they took some dope pictures, man. I actually love those pictures. And one is posted up here too in my podcast. That's probably the best one in my opinion.
You should have put it up as an overlay. Then we would have got to see the whole thing.
Yeah, I was trying to. It's kind of hard.
Tripping.
No, it's not hard. I'm tripping. It's not hard. The banner, right?
Yeah, not banner. Go down to click on it and go to overlay.
Oh, overlay.
Yeah. Click on your overlay, bro. As soon as you click on that, hit upload. It'll bring it right up for you, bro. I got you, man. I won't steer you wrong. Trust me.
Let me do it right now, then. Give me 1 second, fellas.
Man, I gotta get to the States and play. As soon as my pardon pass.
Wait, it's not banner, right? Or it is banner?
No, not banner.
Not banner. Okay, not banner. It's not banner.
Yeah, Creep Show staring at his phone like, stay on topic.
Tango teach him this shit behind the scenes when the show's over. I think that was Feeding the Ducks. I think was the name of it. Yeah. I know all these, bro. I know this studio.
Oh, overlay. Okay, I'm tripping. Overlay's right here.
Yeah. So hit overlay. Then when you hit upload, it'll cover the whole screen. instead of just your corner. Because up in that corner is where your logo should be, right?
Yeah.
And then as soon as you hit overlay, you can upload them all. So if you're ever on the show, bro, and you're running a podcast and say there's like 6 or 7 things you want to talk about, different loadouts and stuff like that, you just upload them as an overlay. And then when you, there you go. Then when you click on it on your screen, boom, it'll pop up that way.
So yeah, there it go right there. That was crazy.
So you just pop that smoke.
But no, actually, like I said, this was actually the part where 2 guys had pushed up. You see James right there.
Yeah.
Protecting me because they threw the smoke. They threw smoke and tried to flank us. So I threw it back, and one guy rushed us. I backpedaled, and I kept shooting at him until he got out. And I only shot him about maybe 3 times. That was it, 3 times. And he was out.
Okay.
3
so
times.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Left-handed, but I use both hands. Yeah, I'm southpaw. Yeah.
Hey, hit your space bar real quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to actually. Just a second.
Or just hit the same picture again, or hit the same picture.
Did I do it right?
No, go either hit the same overlay picture or hit your space bar. It'll get rid of this. Okay, so go down to overlay.
I quick logo, my bad.
Yeah, that's all good, bro. Go down to overlay. Just click on the one that's highlighted and it'll disappear.
Got it.
There you go. Yeah. So what were you saying? Sorry.
So yeah, I was saying, in that picture, you know, they were trying to flank us like real hard, and they actually threw smoke. So when they threw the smoke, one guy rushed us, and you see James in that picture. He had a shield up, so he won't try to shoot at us at the same time while I try to flank us. Right. Through the smoke, I threw the smoke right back at them. One guy came around from the tires, and he missed every shot on me. When I say he was trying to shoot a full auto on me. I think he had an MG100 trying to shoot full auto. Bro, I backpedaled so fast, and I just clipped him with 3 shots. I want to say 2, but it might have been 3.
Yeah, it was 3, probably 4, knowing you. No,
nah, never that. But yeah, after that, it was a wrap. We straight rushed them, and game was over. We took that whole side out. Next thing you know, we went around the bus, and we just took out everybody behind them. Just like that.
You should start running a GoPro. Do you run a GoPro?
I'm actually I was talking to your guy. What's his name? Big tall dude. Him and his dad came out. I forget his name.
Oh, Brandon. Yeah.
Brandon. Yeah, he put me on to the scope cam too, 4K.
If you're gonna get a camera, I'd recommend a GoPro and then a scope cam, because the GoPro captures your movement, you're talking. Like the scope cam, it's usually zoomed in all the way, so all you see is like blurry movement, and then you're aiming at someone. You take your shot, you miss or hit, and then it's blurry movement. It's just GoPro captures everything.
Because he puts that on his gun, I believe, on the MG100. So yeah, I'm still trying to learn all that. Usually I don't run cameras because last time I ran a camera, I think somebody shot it. That was like 2 years ago. I haven't ran it since. But I figure now, I'm better. I'm way better than I was 2 years ago. So I think I'll probably get it in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, protect your investment, dude. Scuba Case. Also, if you join GoPro subscription, they can replace your camera up to 2 times a year for like a small like deductible or whatever. But recently I have a 456 or had a GoPro Hero 4, 5, and 6. The 5 and 6 got damaged through paintball because I didn't want to put a scuba case because it muffled the audio. Instant regret. But I was looking into another GoPro. It was the GoPro Hero 10, and with the Hero 10, it was like cheaper for some reason with GoPro subscription. GoPro subscription obviously has a bunch of benefits, but one that caught my eye was that they replace your camera up to 2 times a year, no matter how many cameras you have. So like I had these 2 GoPros. I bought a Hero 10. So I submitted in my GoPro Hero 5 that was broken and the Hero 6 that was broken, and they were supposed to give me a Hero 8. So they didn't have any GoPro Hero 8s in stock. So they gave me 2 Hero 9s.
Wow.
And hopefully nobody sends this to GoPro, but they accidentally sent me a 3rd one.
Nobody
So,
said
no.
delete this.
And you know what? I work for GoPro, and I'm going to tell you right now, sir. If anyone, we sent you an extra one because we were sorry for the inconvenience. So please don't report anything to GoPro. I have already taken care of it for this young gentleman down here named Viper.
Viper, well, don't say my fucking name. Man,
what's the difference in me saying it? You've got it spelled right on the screen, bro.
Yeah, Viper. That's my real name, dude. It's on my birth certificate here.
They can't read anyways.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but
it's funny.
You get the GoPro, you get the subscription, and like your GoPro gets shot, and you know the scuba case will protect it. It's gotten shot directly with a first strike round. Go ahead.
Now you were saying before when you put the scuba tank on there, you didn't want to because it muffled the sound, right?
Yes.
Drill a hole in the scuba case right where your microphone is.
I did that, but I found out on Amazon they actually sell a scuba case where the USB port is drummeled out, and the sound box that the beep comes from is drilled out, and the microphone is drilled out.
Oh,
perfect!
Wow.
Yeah. So like some people run like bump helmets and stuff. You could run an external battery pack in the back of your helmet, run a USB to your GoPro that's mounted through the mount, and you can record literally all day if your SD card handles it.
I was wondering what was on your helmet a while back when you did that. I was like, what the hell you have on his head? I'm like, okay, that's what it is. Got you.
I stopped wearing that shit because that almost gave me a neck injury. Like, it's just so heavy. But, yeah, bump helmet. But it helps. Like, I don't want to get domed. You know, there's a time where I got domed on both sides and I looked like Hellboy. Like, I got 2 bumps on my head.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I got domed for the first time yesterday, bro. I never get domed in the head like that, and it was like,
dude,
man.
I get domed all the time. My head is big as hell.
I said never again.
Yeah,
never again. Fuck that. You got it. And see, my roommate, he's on my team, and a few years ago, he was just under the 300-pound mark. So he was a bigger gentleman, right? Like, it's safe to say. And that's what he would say. He would say, I'm this fucking big, but the smallest part on me is my head. Why is that constantly being the first thing hit? I'm like, dude, because you have your whole body behind a structure and you're
peeping out. Yeah.
So they're just waiting, right? Like they're hoping your body comes out so they don't have to aim small, miss small. But you're just leaving yourself for a perfect target, buddy. But yeah, like I said, he was a bigger guy too. So it's just how you maneuver around those corners, how you peek, how you move.
Yeah, I see people play like a fucking groundhog. They like stick their whole head out. Like, what's going on, guys? They're a target. Like, what do you expect to happen? Like, I don't understand how people stick their heads out, but not their gun. Like, all right, you see someone, what are you gonna do? You're gonna bring your gun around and then like shoot at them? You should have it. I always
look to the cracks though. I look to the cracks every time. I don't put my head out.
What you do to those guys is when you're on their team and you know you're pinned down and that's how they're playing, you say to that guy or that girl, listen, in 15 seconds, I need you to do that again. So when they're doing that little silly shit over here, you're flanking. You're pushing the flank. Okay, I'm moving in. Yeah. I got to make this. I got to take something that's not so good and we're going to make it into a check mark here.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah,
100%.
That's what I would do after I laughed at them for a few minutes because I've probably done the same thing a few times too. I'm victim of everything.
I just find it funny. They're like, "Oh, what's going on, guys?" And the moment they stick their head out, it's just paint. All you see is paint. Yeah,
I love headshots. I only give out headshots. Only. You're lucky to get hit by the chest by me, and that's because my shot was off by a little bit.
Trying to say you're that good? Is that what you're telling me? You're that good? You only put
1v1.
Listen, ex Viper, he knows this.
Viper, is he just a head tapper for real? Like, don't sugarcoat him. Is he just a head tapper?
Head popper. I've seen him get a couple of headshots, but I wouldn't say every time the headshot. Yeah, you get a lot of headshots, but But
all right, okay.
You and me, for example, we went head to head, and then we just like I panicked. I reloaded. You reloaded at the same time. You pushed me as I was reloading. I just went. You went, and it was just a mess.
Bro, that was a year ago, though.
Bro.
Yo, that was a year ago. Listen, he had a grenade. He threw a grenade, killed somebody, shot somebody in the head. He shot my guy Forge in his head. Then he pushed. When he pushed, he ran out of ammo. I ran out of ammo.
And the guy behind you ran out of ammo. We were just like,
ammo. So
we were like Spider-Man, that meme where they're like pointing at each other.
My secondary was right here, but I didn't even touch my secondary. I quickly grabbed a magazine and just put it in there. He did the same thing at the same time. And then we shot each other. But that shit played in my mind. That shit played in my mind for a whole, I'm gonna say a whole year.
That changed the way I played, actually.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You play games and then you're like, what was that, like a Call of Duty reference where like, oh, switching to your secondary is faster than reloading your primary. You know, like I realized like we all ran out of ammo. Like I'm not even kidding. I have it on video. I don't know if I could like send it over here, but we were just like, that moment of like, what the fuck? We all backpedaled and we all reloaded our primary when you have a fucking secondary, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was one of my questions for Garcia. I wanted to ask Garcia because when I was asking to him, like, would you bring the military to here? Remember, I was asking him if you use any tactics. That was one of them I was curious about. Like, when you're in a firefight and you've got your marker out and you're pumping rounds out and you run dry, do you reload if your engagement is close, or do you drop that and do you grab out your secondary?
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
He doesn't. When he runs out of ammo, he uses a knife.
Yep.
Right, because his primary is a pistol. Right. Okay. So yeah. So I wonder if Garcia, I'm gonna have to ask him that next time, if he's ever ran like a T-15 or something like that and been in that situation where he's drawn his secondary.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they run with their marker. They run with a knife in their hand. Usually they're up like this, or they have a spare mag in their hand, right? One or the other.
Yeah.
Because either I'm out, I'm stabbing you, or I'm out and I'm reloading quick.
I know when I first
stabbing you with the mag.
When I first played against Garcia, he always had 2 pistols and a knife, I believe. I played against him. Because him and his guy I played against. And his one guy named is Nick. The story I was telling you about a few months ago, Tango, the little midget, his name is Nick. Bro, when he had grabbed my leg this one game, right? I think it was like the Woods. It was the Woods. Viper know him. The Woods. Yeah. This dude is so fucking small. Like, you really couldn't tell if he was there or not.
I'm small.
Nah, he was small. He's probably like to my table. No bullshit.
Okay, so he is
small. I'd say he's pretty average.
Okay.
No. Like,
shout out to the little guy. He's little. So then what happened?
So he actually took out 3 people in front of me. I don't know how he did the shit. But the motherfucker could lay low for as long as he want and then come out of nowhere and just fucking grab you. Like, he actually grabbed me in this one game a few years back. Yeah, I was taking out 4 people at this time. I'm laying real low, and all I feel is someone's hands grab my foot. He dragged me a little bit. I turned around, and I kicked him off of me. I drew my revolver. He dropped his revolver. I'm like, yo, but he has his Tip X aiming at my dick. I was like, fuck that, bro. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. I said, yo, I'm out this game. I'm not getting my nuts. Fuck that, right? So the next round, I was so pissed. I told the guy that I called my captain, I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck with nobody else on this field. I'm going for him, right? I said, this time I'm gonna watch and see how he comes.
Bully. Picking on the little guy.
So when he comes towards me, all he doing is creeping very slow but fast. I'm like, oh yeah, I got your ass now. I only had my revolver. I had first strike revolver.
He was creeping but fast. Was it slow because his strides were short, but he was moving fast for his size?
Yeah, he's moving fast for his side. I'm gonna say that he's moving fast for his side.
The way you're describing it, I'm imagining Chucky on all fours, just like.
Yeah, yo, that's a good example. He's just like Chucky.
That's a good example.
He's just like Chucky, bro. I lied to you not. But fucking, this is true story. And he can say the same thing I'm telling you. I waited for him in the same spot, right?
I'm sorry.
Come towards me. He comes towards me. We both draw our gun. I'm letting a whole clip out. Boom, boom, boom. He did the same thing. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
You dumped the little guy.
Yeah, and I tried to grab his ass. I tried to grab his ass too, but you know he already got shot.
What?
I tried to grab him.
Oh.
Oh, man. I tried to really.
Man, I'm sorry. Come back here. Listen. Oh, wait. If you're watching this podcast, man. Listen, I'm small too. So listen, when I joke like that, I'm a little guy myself. So it means no disrespect. I mean no disrespect. Like
small too in other ways. Say no.
Sucks to be you.
I'm gonna say this, man. You little guys got a lot of balls, bro. I'm gonna say that. I got some heart, man. Like it's something I can't do. Y'all do
in some way, right? So
that's crazy, bro. That's fucking ridiculous to me. Like y'all so quick. It's like I can't even be that quick, and I'm fast. But this,
well, dude, our draw is half the distance that you draw, right?
That is true.
You got to think that.
Yeah.
But like now, when you're telling us to go to respawn and come back, us little guys, we're gonna be a little bit longer because our stride again isn't as big, right?
Yeah.
So on the draw, we could be quicker. On the respawn, we're a lot longer.
Yeah, they could take positions more, like in smaller cover too. You got to remember some of these things are like hip height. They could hide there perfectly, as to where a normal person would stick out more. You know, so that's a huge advantage actually.
Yeah,
100%. I played paintball with a smaller guy one time, a shorter person.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm only 5'6". I'm small myself, but this guy, I don't know. I don't want to say this because I don't want to be that guy on the internet that said something, but whatever. Whether you want to call them a small person, a midget, whatever they are, I'm sorry, but the small guy, and he put up more of a fucking challenge. Like he was on my team, but I seen the shit he was causing for the enemy. He put up more of a challenge for them than the 3 or 4 guys he was with at the time. And you know how you were saying, Viper, the bunkers being small?
Yeah, I was forgetting about that.
His position 100%, because where we would have to come up above the bunker and look, he was just level with it. So he could look at he could run down that whole side of the whole bunker. It was a wooden fence, and he would run down that whole side and peek out the other end, and he just kept coming back and forth. And man, he was probably about 4 or 5 inches underneath the top of the fence. So he was golden the whole fucking time. And I bet you as fast as he was moving and doing the calls he was doing, they probably thought there was 2, if not 3 other people behind that fence for the job that one guy was doing.
Damn.
I bet you.
I will say that, you know, they do move out and they do put in more work than people there. I'm gonna say, yeah, that is true. I can vouch for that.
There's pros and cons to everything, dude. Like, you know, it's just something that you have what you have and you work with it. Whatever works for you is your advantage. So
that's true. So there is no right or wrong, actually.
Yeah.
No.
The only wrong is it didn't work. My legs weren't long enough to get me there fast enough.
I don't know, because like, you know, some people, they ask me like, yo, you in the military? I'm like, nah, I just study a lot. Like I study for a living. All I do is really read and just be on YouTube looking up things. Like that's all.
So
I do.
Where in your research did you learn to kick people off your fucking leg?
well, that's my experience. Like, I never, no bullshit. And this is true. Garcia can tell you the same thing. There's actually a video he showed me. Well, he told me to look up when we was driving yesterday to OCP, and in Vegas, these guys they actually do rumble. They fight like paintball. Yeah, matter of fact, hold up. Let me see if I can try to pull this up. I never believed this shit until I watched it.
Wait,
Like
paintball and fighting?
yeah, like these guys have like like they're in a small building and there's a crowd behind the wall and they're watching everybody. Like they're watching everyone that's in there fighting and shooting only pistol work.
It's a glass wall?
Yeah.
You mean hockey?
No, it's not like it's not like hockey. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you're muted again, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to look for it right now. Like when I watched this, I was like, yo, I need to do this shit, bro. Like this is like some John Wick shit.
Eli, you reached 2 hours.
I see.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I gotta show you this thing, man. I gotta show you this thing before I hop off.
Go right now.
Bro, I never seen this before until he told me about this. I'm like, bro, how the fuck you be finding this shit out? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Oh damn. I don't think I can send to my my MacBook. Let me see.
I can say, bro, you're on your phone, man. Like
no. I'm gonna try to show you this guy because this is crazy. Bro, I've never seen this before, ever.
Can you send that to me when you're done?
Oh, I am. I definitely am. And they're actually fighting combat. Like they're slamming, they're kicking, punching, all that.
Ballers or airsoft?
No, this is paintball. But no, they use stems. They use lethal, non-lethal stems.
Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, they use stems, bro. I never thought that these cats actually use this type of stuff out there, but they do it. And
crazy.
Just like us, they get bruised up and everything. But these guys up close and personal. Like they're beyond that. I'm like, bro, I've never seen that before. Like I never seen it until Garcia put me on to this. I'm like, bro, we gotta go out there one day. I wouldn't mind doing that shit. I really don't mind it.
Make a tournament.
Yeah. Like they actually be like I seen the one dude, he ran out of ammo and he just ran up on him and he just grabbed him and just slammed to the ground. And then he grabbed the guy ammo, put in his ammo, and put it to his head.
That's disrespectful.
I say, yo.
That's some finisher move on Call of Duty, dude.
Yeah. Like that's Warzone right there. That's all Warzone.
Jeez.
I was like, bro, we need to go out there. Like, we need
bro, if someone beats my ass and takes my magazine to shoot me, I'm quitting paintball.
I'm telling you right now, that's not happening to me. I don't care what anybody say. That's not happening to me, bro. I'm sorry. Like I do boxing for a living. I did a little bit of mixed martial arts when I was kind of young, but that's not happening to me. It's no way.
Yeah, that's a little wild. I don't see that happening anytime soon anyway.
But no, man, you know,
this was our therapy session. What the hell happened, man?
Hey, that therapy session turned into like a real live session. That's what it turned into. I just never, I would never thought in a million years that was real. Never. And that's in Vegas. Yeah, that's in Vegas. That's in Vegas, yeah.
I'm in Vegas.
I'm going. Trust me. If I don't go this year, I'm definitely going next year. I gotta go, bro. I gotta go. Like that's real. That is beyond paintball itself.
Yeah, it's assault.
that's the weekend in the drunk tank or something. Yeah. Like, you need bail. Like, when you go into that event, have your lawyer already on speed dial, a couple grand for bail. Like, how do they get away? Like, seriously, how do they get away with like
waivers? I guess.
Yeah,
like I don't know how that's legal.
I volunteered to get my ass kicked and kick ass. in writing.
Actually throwing punches, or was it just like?
No, they're literally throwing punches. They're slamming. They're kicking stuff. Like they're doing everything, bro. Like they're doing everything, and like it's like a street fight.
So obviously this is something that's hosted on TV, right? This is something someone's recorded and posted on TV, or is it on YouTube?
I haven't looked into all that yet, but I'm assuming it got to be on YouTube.
Because the way I seen that girl walking around advertising it, it looked
on TV,
like a
right?
Fucking thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this is some type of show, kind of like Big Brother, Survivor, some shit like that, where they have a reality show with paint. Like, that's what it almost seems like to me. But that there, like, would you not think that if that became more publicly known, that could hurt our sport? What do you think, Viper?
Would it hurt our sport is the question?
Yeah, like, do you think, like, if something like that was to be televised frequently, like on a regular, like, I don't know, like, if this was just a one-time thing, but let's say this is, hypothetically speaking, this is something that's ongoing.
It'll definitely hurt the sport. I mean, gun control is already a thing, you know. To add fighting and violence to it and have it be publicized, it's not a good look. I would have to say.
I don't want to get into politics, but it will definitely cause a lot of problems. I'll tell you that.
Sure, that's
already problems now, but that make it worse. Yeah, I agree.
That's why I was curious. Like, is this something that's like some companies trying to go forward with and do, or is this just some people in the backyard, like Will Slice used to do, having some fun with it? Like, that's seriously, like, because
I'm gonna look more into it though.
It's kind of like, have you guys watched felony fights?
No, never heard of it.
It's like legitimate, like felons and gang members just beating each other to near death, and it's like some underground video.
Slice fights, like the backyard fights with Kimball Slice, kind of something like that, right?
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Okay, what was that called again? Sorry.
Felony fights.
Felony fights. Okay, I'm looking it up.
Look more into that. Look more into that. Felony fights. Dang.
Actually, I think it's called 2 Girls, 1 Cup. You might want to look that up.
Yeah, all kinds of it. Here, I type all this felony, like crazy, like it's showing.
Garcia, y'all was just talking about the video you showed me yesterday. Yeah, he could be on to it. When they were rumbling in Vegas.
Again.
What happened?
The video that you showed yesterday in Vegas.
Oh, you're talking about the paintball extreme?
Yeah, tell them about that.
So, paintball extreme is something that it's real live action. Like, you get geared up, you have a vest that, you know, pretty much protects you. It's almost like a boxing vest. You know how when boxers, they go ahead and they get into the ring with their coach. Their coach puts on a bodyguard to actually protect them from the blows.
That's what it's called.
Right.
Yeah. So you have that. You get you use CCMK rounds, which are sim rounds. They actually use gunpowder. There's landmines in the field. You're in a dark room. There's barrels you can throw on each other, and it's pretty much an all-out brawl. Right? You fight. If you and I were to go at it, we're shooting at each other. If we run out of rounds, we throw the guns and we go at it hand-to-hand combat, throwing each other, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, whatever it is, you utilize. Kicking is allowed. Throwing barrels are allowed. If there's a chair, you can use that. You have to dodge mines at the same time of dodging bullets, at the same time of dodging people. You got to stay away from being rolled on. People quit. It's an all-out, full aggression war against.
How do you win it? Is it like some sort of Iron Man thing where you give up?
Yeah, and how do you police it or ref it? Like, how does that go about? Like, when somebody's being too extreme or something.
So how they have it is it's a 5-on-5, and they let it be known from the rip. Listen, this is your one chance to go ahead and allow all the aggression out on each other. However, if it does go too far, they end up putting you in almost like a cell in order for you to calm down. Because you got to understand, the human body is the human body. You're going to react the way you're going to react, right? You get hit in the face, right? You have a guard on, but our natural response is to get angry. right? This is a place to control your anger and be one with yourself in a violent environment. So you're pretty much, how do I say, you're pretty much going at it with yourself at the same time going at it with another individual who's going at it with himself to try to control yourself.
It's more of a controlling your own inner what would you say, like anger, I guess you could say, like,
yes,
or
it's
any
like a fucked up version of therapy.
Wishes of wanting to or let out on somebody. See, that's cool. I'm glad we got some feedback on this, on exactly what that was about, because man, I was thinking, like, listen, if this is straight up paintball somewhere and someone's coming in and they're like running out of ammo and like they're just grabbing their opponent next to them and like throwing them in a fucking choke lock and uppercutting them, our sport's done if this gets out any further. So who is it exactly, Blackout, that is producing this and putting this out there?
So right now it's just in the Las Vegas area, and I think it's only promoted in Las Vegas. To be honest with you, I couldn't really give you a name. What I can tell you, if anybody wants to try it out, let me know. We could plan a trip because I definitely want to try it out. I am all for full aggression, hands-on combat with sim rounds. That shit just sounds too dope to be true. Do I think it's going to kill our sport? No, not at all. If you want to get it televised, that is a way to televise it. That is the best way to televise it.
So can these people use like EMFs, T15s, FSCs, whatever, or are there certain style of markers when they go into this?
So they are real guns. They're real guns with the internals to shoot simulation rounds.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you know what a simulation round, but it actually has gunpowder in it, and then the tip is a paint round. Where when it smacks you, it hurts more.
I thought it was chalk.
No, it's not chalk. No, it's a paint round.
Steam paint, right? Yeah.
It's a paint round. When it touches you, and that shit hurts, and it leaves a mark. I think permanently.
Wow.
I know I've been hit with a couple. The closest thing that we have to paintball that's like a sim round is a FSR round flying at 300 FPS per second at 20 feet. That's the closest way of looking at it.
For it to fit, and considering that the tip's not made out of lead, like how would that affect the velocity and accuracy?
What do you mean?
Like obviously FSR has more, it has paint.
Right.
It's a little larger than whatever you may use, whether it be 5.56 or 9mm or whatever. The ammunition is obviously built to fit in a real firearm. So the tip or the head of the bullet is made out of paint, so you say, but it's made out of less paint because it's small. So how would that?
I believe the internals, the internal of that round is paint. The outside of it is a special type of coating. It's almost, if you look at the first strike is like double layered, right? Yeah. You got the plastic coating on the outside, then the internal is the paintball shell, and then the inside of that is the paint itself. Interesting. The CCMK round is the same way, except
obviously it wouldn't have the same range because real steel has lead as the main.
Yeah, it has lead inside of it. The lead inside of it, I believe it gives you probably, I think it knocks off like maybe 10 feet.
Okay.
10 feet, because if you look at an AR-15 platform, it shoots about 300 meters, right? Yeah. Take 10 meters off of that, and there you go. You got a CCMK round.
Sheesh.
All right. That's with a rifle, right? With a pistol, you're talking about you get 50 meters. 50 meters, you're good. Mind you, you have protection on you to protect that round from going through you. So it's all about what you have, the gear you have.
Interesting.
I don't want to get hit by it. That fucking hurt.
No, that should. If you see the video, you'll be like, oh yeah, it's definitely doable. It is definitely doable. It's almost like putting gladiators in the arena and having people, because there's a stage outside of it. Like you have people in bleachers sitting outside of it watching this go down, and it's almost like you're in a competition. That's how you maintain it. And these people know that they're being watched, so it's like, okay, time to throw down. Yeah. If you tap out, you pretty much walk away, and then the fight still continues until it's down to 1-on-1.
Yeah, is that how the game goes? Like you play until you quit?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You pussy and go in the first round, or you could man up. Yeah. And so, okay, Blackout. What would I type in? Las Vegas. What would I type in to check this out?
Type in Las Vegas Extreme Paintball. And when you see it, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Because Eli saw it. Eli was like, whoa, what? This ain't real.
Yeah, he gave us a quick glimpse through his phone.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm seeing the video, the one that you were just you're showing on your video. I'm seeing it up here right now. Yo, he's I have like this guy's sitting there. Yo, Eli, can you share this screen?
Let me see.
We gotta let the peeps see this, man. Like,
can you send it to me?
Yeah. You just gotta go to the bottom of the thing. Yeah, hit the screen. You see on the bottom, I hit share screen. You just have to allow it. You just have to pull it up at the bottom there.
Share screen.
You just gotta add. I have this screen on the bottom. You just have to add it.
Oh,
you know how you add people to the show? Just go to the bottom and add that screen that I added.
All right.
Yeah, Wolf, I'm gonna have to go. I didn't realize the time.
Okay, cool.
It was nice meeting you, brother.
Got it.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Got it. Got you for sure. I don't know if Blackout's there. Blackout, peace out. I'll see you guys when I see you.
All right, Viper, talk to you, bro. Be safe.
Right, take care, guys.
Okay, Lone Wolf, you got it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is some dope.
Prepare to defend yourself!
Wow.
You're targeting a target that shoots back at you. Think it's virtual reality? Think again. It is ultra reality. They are locked and ready. How ready? Watch. We're not talking compressed air paintball guns here.
Everything operates the exact same way as a real gun because it is a real gun.
I need a Glock and a SIG, please. All right, I've got you charged up and ready to go.
This is a real 9mm Glock, but it has been modified for safety.
The guns are unable to fire, and this is actually a key component. Even if we wanted to load a live round, it's not going to fire that live round.
And the ammo is almost the real deal, too. Blue and red tip bullets, as each fighter leaves their own mark all over their opponent's protective gear.
Wow.
And oh, you bet you sure feel it. It stings.
Yeah.
Check it. It can leave behind one of these bright red welts.
You're going to keep that one for a while, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. All from non-lethal training ammunition, as it's called. Up until now, restricted only to be used by the military and law enforcement. But now you can fire it, too.
Drop the magazine, clear the gun, put the magazine back in, charge your round, and you're ready to go. Even though these are real weapons and non-lethal ammunition, we still treat them as ammunition and real weapons.
Gentlemen, let's walk out this way. Fighters coming through, please make room.
If you run out of ammo, that is not an excuse to throw up your hands. You evade and survive. That's the real world.
And you will never guess where in the world these fights are going down. The Las Vegas Strip,
no way,
the
bro.
capital of the world, and just blocks away from the bright lights of the Strip. On the other side of the
Vegas, though.
Dimmer.
You never know when a fight's going to break out.
Fights break out here all the time, and the
These
crowd
guys are really fighting, too.
It's all part of a brand new sport where gunfighting slams into MMA.
Oh, he slammed the dude.
Guns.
Wow.
And when all the ammo is gone, the shootout could even lead to down and dirty MMA fighting.
you're a gun guy and you don't have any hand skills or vice versa, you're really not complete as a fighter.
The challenge to be the complete fighter.
The far side behind the barrel.
And now you are in the arena.
Charge your weapon.
Loading the chamber. Are you ready?
Here we go.
Running for cover behind those black barrels. Firing at the opponent. Jock incoming. Taking cover as the round sent by. Reloading. Targeting. Waiting. Squeezing off one more round. Then, 3 minutes later, the siren. It's all over.
Yeah, bro. I need to try that, man. We need to try to fly out there, Garcia, either this year or next year. We need to go out there, though. That's crazy.
I plan on going next year.
Next year sounds good to me, then. Let's do it.
And it's just pistol only.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Do they get a certain amount of rounds each that they're allowed to go in there with? Or can they just go in there and do what the fuck they want to do? Like, mag up?
Nah, that's it. You go on what they give you.
And then when you run out, you just start brawling. That's crazy. Man.
You ain't see the one that we saw. Somebody was utilizing the barrels and they were just chucking it.
Wow.
Like taking the barrel out and throwing it at people?
Yeah, like those barrels move.
Yeah.
So you can actually pick up that barrel and throw it.
Wow.
Here comes a 50-gallon drum, motherfucker. Look out.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. I ain't never seen that before. Holy shit. That'd be something you'd have to get in on. Like, I'd be like in a corner, standing back, pop, 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 pop. Ooh, there goes a barrel. There goes a barrel. There goes a midget. Whoa. Holy, that would be crazy. That's only in Las Vegas, or is that elsewhere?
That's only in Las Vegas now. That's only in Vegas now.
Once a year?
Nah, that's all year round. That's all year round. If you go to Vegas and you ask where's the paintball extreme park at, most likely you get pointed in that direction.
Wow. I have my co-host on the show, Pat. He is going to, I think, Las Vegas next year, I want to say, for his wedding anniversary. That's going to be something I'm telling him to go check out.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm not going to lie. That's fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, different shit.
I got a couple things I got to go take care of here. So I would just like to say it's been thank you, Lone Wolf, for having me on here. I have to jam out, though, brother.
Nice.
Go back to that markers. Can you go back to that picture? I like markers.
I bet I'm finally uploading all the pictures that got sent to me by Alex. Appreciate you, Alex. Big shout out to you, bro. There's actually a couple more, but it's not actually popping up right now. I can't try to upload it. But this is one of the pictures from yesterday that he took. And the other one's right here, actually, of me with the bomb. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah. I'm actually defusing it, I believe.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah. But they will be on IG a little bit later and Facebook, so everybody can check it out and see what, On Target MagFed meetup is all about. And like I said, big shout out to Garcia, man. You definitely led the way for this one. I'm not gonna lie. This is dope.
Good to hear.
Just trying, man. Just trying. We love the sport. We gotta make it happen. How we make it happen is just doing. So thanks. It's a big thanks to you guys for coming out. You know what I mean? Making this continue. You guys tell me what it is that's wrong. I'll try to go ahead and fix it right there and then.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's what it's about, man. Finding the problem, taking care of it, tightening it up, and on with the next mission.
Right.
Right on, guys. Well, thank you very much, guys, for having me. Blackout, stay in touch, brother. Reach out to me. Let's make something happen. Let's get this going. Eli, you know what's up, my man. Holler at me. Let's go towards what we're talking about. And let's talk soon, guys. Blackout, you're gonna be one of my next guests on the show. I gotta have this man up here. Eli, we gotta have him on there soon. So
definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do more of this, man. Definitely gonna do more of this. This was definitely a dope topic tonight. Real dope.
We didn't stay on topic, but we had a great conversation with chit chats with everybody. That's for sure. I think the only person that might slightly be upset would be Creep Show, but you know what? It's okay. He kind of expected
Creep Show, man. I know he's watching this right now. I know he is. He's
right?
probably gonna call me later, like, "Yo, man, you need to work on some stuff."
But one thing he has to understand is we always start with a topic, but because our love for paintball is so strong, this goes down so many avenues.
Oh man, I got some dope photos.
Stay on one street, man, when there's so many streets and avenues out there that need to be explored.
You're absolutely right on that one.
Yeah, all right, I'm definitely gonna post these photos in a little bit. Dang, I got some crazy Johns. Yeah, I'm gonna post these guys, but listen, man, it was great having you guys, man. Garcia, we're gonna talk more during this week. You too, Tango. Great having you guys, man.
You already know, man.
Again.
Until next time.
This is crazy. Oh my God, hi, Alex. All right, Tango.
You log out. I'll talk to you behind the scenes.